Hey, everybody. We all know as entrepreneurs, connection and relationships are the lifeblood of your business. And many are stopping the flow of these connections and relationships because they're missing these small touch points on social media, email, in person that they might not realize they're missing. And that can make or break your ability to increase your income, your impact, and connect with people at a deeper level, and it's building that know, like, and trust. So if you want to learn a really powerful micro habit that takes 30 seconds or less of your day, and it can really make such an impact and change someone else's life and improve your relationships with others, your influence, we got big things to go through today, so stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. And like always, I want to welcome you all to the Entrepreneur Expansion Show. This is the first ever gamified show that helps entrepreneurs master their subconscious mind, body, and business by implementing micro habits into their lives in a fun, supportive, action-oriented way to create more transformational impact and income. Because let's be real, how often do we listen to a podcast or watch a YouTube video and do absolutely nothing with it? So we hope to change that today and give you a bigger ROI on your time here and give you the exact action steps to get results from your learning time here. So today on the show, we have the amazing Laura Chandler, and she helps women heal their inner wounds that block success in love, life, and business. I just know we're going to have an amazing conversation today because we are both very passionate about same type of things. So thank you so much for jumping on with me today, Laura.
I'm thrilled. Thanks, Matt. I love the introduction, and I'm just stoked that we're having this conversation
Yeah,
because I know it's going to set so many people free.
for sure, for sure. And when we were talking before the show, we started to really pinpoint this micro habit and how key it is to, we always say, don't judge a book by its cover. But what does everybody do? They judge a book by its cover, right? And it's really what a lot of people are saying there is that first touch point or continuous touch points along a growth of a relationship. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It's more about intention. Would you say that's true?
Oh, yeah. I think going into any interaction, whether that's online, social media, in person, having the intention to be open, be curious about what this person is bringing into your life and what you can bring into their life
Totally.
is paramount. We need to have that in order to grow and expand to our next level.
Yep, absolutely. So what happens online? And I don't know if I've ever come across anybody who talks necessarily about social media etiquette, I guess, is kind of what we're going down the rabbit hole of today, which is such a unique thing. And I'm just so excited to talk with you about it because we can kind of help people understand this a little bit better. It's kind of like, people do driver's ed to learn how the etiquette of the road, right? And what we hope to do here today with all of you is like help you see how when you respond or don't respond, the impact it really makes on somebody at a subconscious level. And it also can impact your ability to have any influence over people whatsoever. And this is a big deal because, like I said, relationships and connections, they're the lifeblood of everything. And it can take one interaction to change that whole thing. Would you say that's true?
I mean, entirely,
Yeah.
because people are the gateway to abundance, really. They're the givers, they're the receivers, and
Yep.
if you're unconsciously blocking your receiving because you're not giving, it totally messes up the flow.
Yeah. 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 And this is important because, and I love that you just said the word giving because there's the yin and the yang of this, folks. There's the giving and there's the receiving, and it's the breath in, the breath out, the ocean in, the ocean out. It is a process, and it's a dance that we do. Okay, and so when we're thinking about this particular micro habit that we're talking about today, there's a couple pieces to this. So number one, when you are putting a post out there and somebody comments on your post or responds to an email, what are we going to go do, Laura?
Yeah, you're either in two camps, right? You're either neglecting to acknowledge that person or you're on top of it. And what I see is that the people who are on top of it, they make it a habit to like the comments, to say
Yeah.
things, to respond before they get to the next thing.
Yeah.
They can batch it, they can go to the profile and just like it all at the same time, but they don't go start creating more stuff before they acknowledge the people who supported them the last round.
And I love that you explained it that way. That is really, really helpful for everybody to wrap their head around. Like when I go on in the morning, before I produce anything new, I'm always following up in the comments section, right? And with the messenger and just connecting with those people first before I'm throwing out something new because we want to go through that. Now, do some posts blow up and get overwhelming? Yes. Yes, they do. And the nice part is you can keep going back and supporting and nurturing those folks. We don't just give up and throw in the towel.
Yeah, I think if your posts are going viral, you might want to designate a certain period of time, like block out an hour a week just to go through different things or hire someone out if it's really that viral.
Sure.
But like you said, it's making it a priority.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Because we want to flip the coin over for a second and think of it this way. When you are taking your time out of the day to comment on someone else's stuff, right? You're genuinely be giving thought to your response to what they're saying. That's what social media was actually intended to do. It was intended to create connections with people that you may not stay connected with over a long period of time. Now it's just there's so many benefits of it, right? There's so many ways to do it. So I guess for people that have a bunch of people commenting on their stuff or you're commenting on their stuff, what are your thoughts around, people responding to you from their things? What happens if they don't? I would love your input on all that.
In terms of what if they don't respond to my stuff?
Yeah, so you take the time, you put out the effort to comment on people's stuff. And I'm not talking about just like writing a I think you should connect with every single comment personally. That's just my personal belief, okay? Not everyone feels the same way. That's okay. But I think it's important to, heart everybody's stuff or just, maybe it's a care, maybe it's thumbs up, whatever it is. It's almost like I like to think of it like we are in the real world, even if we're online. And if somebody just said, "Hey, Laura, I like your blouse," or "I like
Right. And you
you
just
have
walk
great
away.
earrings," and you just didn't even respond, and you just kept walking, I'd be like, "Does Laura, does she even like me, or what did I do? What did I say?" Like it would feel weird, right? So I think that a lot of people aren't treating online like a real place.
Yeah, because what I've seen over the years is that social media, even LinkedIn, things like that, it's become this weird dystopia where people are just always trying to like sell and all of this. It's lost the personal connection
Yeah,
element.
totally.
And fundamentally, our senses, right? We move through the world with our senses, sight, smell, whatever. We are incredibly sensitive beings.
Sure.
And we unconsciously and consciously are attuned to other people. And if they leave us hanging, like if we throw the ball to them and they don't throw it back, we make a judgment and assumptions that they're just not open to us. They're just
Mm,
not interested in what we have to share. And that blocks the flow. So it's perfectly aligned to your whole social media etiquette because we're real people behind these
yeah.
tools.
Yeah. And I also want to help people empathize with themselves a little bit because I know personally for me, I have a decent amount of ADHD, and I'm very busy. Got two kids, all these things, and like social media can pile up sometimes. And what I'm doing each day, like I said before, this might even be the micro habit. It's like before I go in, I'm just looking, okay, who I haven't responded to? Is there anybody like I missed or whatnot? And if let's say I found, because this has happened to me before, like, oh, I don't know how I missed that, but I missed it, right? You can always go back and like be transparent with the person and say, "Hey, sorry I missed this. Like I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. Um, and I appreciate you for responding, right? And kind of going through that because we're not perfect human beings here, folks. That's not what we're saying. It's just making sure that you are aware that there's another human being on the other side of this comment or this post.
Yeah, and I love that you emphasize this self-compassion element and understanding that we're not always going to catch all the comments or all
Yeah,
the things, but in making the concerted effort to make that a priority, that's already such a victory right there.
totally.
And I've done that myself. Like I have an email in my inbox from a week ago from a gal, and I know I'm going to go back and go, oh my gosh, sorry about this. But it's okay. Acknowledge it. That there's nothing wrong with that. It
Yeah.
doesn't make you a weak person. It's just human.
Yep. Yep. And I know the DMs get kind of wild, and it's like it's like it's a balancing act. It's balancing. There's no such thing as balance. It's balancing, folks. So the real micro habit here, folks, is going back and intentionally responding and connecting with the people that are connecting with you. That's really what we're saying here. And this is a daily weekly, monthly thing that you're committing to. And you're deciding that, you know what, I'm committed to caring connections and making these deeper relationships with my audience and the people that I'm associating with. That's really what we're drawing that line in the sand. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, if I mean, frankly, think about it from a self-interest point of view.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself in the front of them. You're putting yourself forward where a lot of people just don't acknowledge you're the shining star in the other person's eyes. And who's going to choose you as a
Yeah.
coach, a healer, an entrepreneur, whatever you are, over the person who doesn't respond? They're going to choose you.
Yes. And
So let
just so
yourself
every, yeah, yeah. Yeah, everyone should understand, because Laura and I know this at a very deep level. Our subconscious mind is always trying to figure out whether you are safe. That's what it is, right? It's always trying to see, is this person, I talk about the sales a lot with my clients. And um, if a person doesn't feel subconsciously safe with you, they're not going to buy. Okay. And so you uh, can make them feel not safe when you don't respond, right? Like I said, hey, Laura, you have beautiful earrings on, and you just walk right by. That doesn't feel safe to me because I'm like, what did I say? Like, or what was, what's this all about? Like you have your brain goes into processing what occurred there. Okay. It's the same in the online world. So if we start treating online like a real live place, life would be so much cooler.
Oh, so much cooler and so much more beautiful. And I think we would feel fulfilled, actually.
Totally. Totally. So that's the micro habit that we have going here today, folks. And I actually connected with Laura because we are teaming up with a bunch of other amazing superhero, amazing folks that just are just like us, and we're creating an amazing community together with other people. And we're hosting a really cool, like intimate, in-depth mastermind, like, workshop style thing that we're doing next week where people come in. It's totally free. We're gonna get real with people. It's gonna be raw. We're going through deep level stuff. What are you specifically doing that week, Laura, that would excite people to come and join?
I'll be speaking day two. And that whole theme is become your future self. So
Yeah,
there's different levels on this path, right? There's like a 5 day path here. The day one starts with more basic, I would say, thought work, things like that. Day two is more about embodying. So getting into maybe the somatic version of yourself that's thriving, that's successful, that's done on a bodily level. That's what I'll be talking about. And I'm
love
sure
it.
a lot of the other healers and coaches are going to be elaborating on that in their own styles because we all have different superpowers, as you call them. Um,
Totally.
and then as it goes on, like there's the sales, the promotion, promoting yourself, things like that, which I'm not going to be a part of, but I think you are, right?
Yes, I'm gonna do a little bit with you on the day two where I'm taking people through the wish fulfilled hypnosis that I do with people, and then I my favorite one of my favorite things to talk about is subconscious sales. So
Mhm.
taking people through that process on Thursday as well. So that's what's so fun about this is we're hitting every level, folks. We're looking at the physical, mental, spiritual side of all of this so that we're not just surface level strategy, because for any of you that are finding that you're trying to do everything that the gurus are telling you and it's not working and you're frustrated, it's a lot of times because it's not broken down into a like what we did here with the micro habit. It's not broken down into a digestible level. And we're not actually, there's no how it's information without implementation. So that's what we're looking to shift here for everybody when you come and join. And like I said, it's absolutely free. And Laura and I would love to just connect with you.
Yeah, I would love to connect with everyone. And I want to remind us all that as a being, we're from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. It's a top-down approach. And if you're
Yep.
just working on it, getting the knowledge or doing the thought work, and you're not grounding it, like Matt said, you're not actually cementing it within your being, it's going to feel a lot harder to make progress.
Facts. Facts. I love this. This is so cool, folks. So if you want to just come and hang with Laura and I, by all means, I'll put the link below in the comments, in the show notes, in all those areas. And then, if they listen to this later and they just would love to connect with you on any of the amazing things that you do, Laura, where can they find you in the online world?
Yeah, my website is Lifted with Laura. My Instagram is Lifted with Laura, and they can find all the resources I have on both those sites. Along with, I have a program, speaking of connection, I have a program coming out this month on the 24th. It's called The Abundant Queen, and it's
Awesome.
similar to what we're talking about, opening our channels to receive. Opening,
Wonderful.
opening, opening. No more blocks.
I love this. The thing I talk to my clients every day about is being a better receiver. So I love, love, love this. This is so great because all of us, I know many of you listeners, you're really good givers. You're really good at giving. That's not your issue. This is, it's the receiving part of this that feeling subconsciously worthy, capable, and confident to receive in a beautiful way. So thank you so much for your time today, Laura. Folks, connect with Laura, reach out to her on, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these amazing places. Come and join us in the community and just literally connect with us on Zoom and have some deeper level conversations, do some really cool work with us next week. So that's July 7th through the 12th, I believe. And yeah, we'd love to have you. So, like always, folks, keep showing up, taking action, and you will get results. Have a great day.